If I asked you to think of a global superpower, your mind would probably default to the US, China, or Russia, countries with immense populations, economies, and military might. But what if I told you that there was another country set to join the world stage as one of these highly prominent global superpowers, a potential leader in resources for powering our increasingly tech-driven lives of the not-too-distant future? It's not a country you would expect. Chile. Chile may not seem like a global superpower now, but its salt flats may hold the key to shaping the future of clean energy, with one critical element: lithium. You may have heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but have you heard of the Lithium Triangle? Lithium too is coming in triangles, the strongest shape. So let's square away this triangle and come full circle on the shape of the future, starring Chile. Nestled in the Andes, the Lithium Triangle are high-altitude salt flats that span Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia, and is home to 60% of the world's lithium reserves. And whilst the area is bordered by these three countries, for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on Chile, as it currently dominates the production of lithium, whilst Bolivia and Argentina also share a slice of the pie. Various factors put Chile ahead in this production race, including advanced infrastructure, a long history of mineral exports, and investment-friendly regulations. Lithium also goes by another name, white gold. Lithium-ion batteries are the workhorse of clean energy evolution. They power everything from smartphones to power tools, but most importantly, they power electric vehicles and grid-scale energy storage for renewables. As nations push to replace gasoline cars with EVs and integrate solar and wind power, lithium demand is skyrocketing. The increasing ubiquity of electric vehicles, with global sales increasing 25% from 2023 to 2024, require lithium-ion batteries for their own production. And in the case of wind and solar, lithium-ion batteries hold certain characteristics that make them ideal for storing large-scale energy in the absence of the elements that power it. For example, high density that allows it to store a large amount of energy in a relatively small and lightweight package, a long cycle life meaning that they can be charged and discharged many times before needing to be replaced, fast charging compared to older battery technologies, low maintenance as they require minimal maintenance compared to other battery types, versatility in being able to be adjusted to various shapes and sizes, and reduced self-discharge, meaning that they retain their charge well when not in use. In the Atacama Desert of northern Chile exists an otherworldly view. Salt as far as the eye can see. Hidden in this ethereal expanse lies lithium, enough to make Chile account for a quarter of the world's production with 49,000 tons in 2024, second only to Australia. But whilst Australia produces more annually, it only holds an estimated 7 million metric tons compared to Chile's estimated 9.3 million. Bolivia actually holds the world's largest unexploited lithium reserves at 23 million metric tons, but produces far less than other countries due to technical and policy hurdles. Chile's history with lithium as a resource is an interesting one. Since 1979, and perhaps after watching Oppenheimer, Chile legally declared lithium a strategic resource, originally due to its potential applications in nuclear fusion. As a strategic resource, lithium could not be mined under regular concessions by just any private company. Instead, the Chilean state tightly controls lithium. Only the state, its enterprises, or specially authorized private firms can extract it. For decades, only two companies were allowed to extract lithium. SQM, a Chilean company partly owned by China's Tianqi, and Albemarle, a US-based company, both essentially operating as a duopoly. More importantly, however, the Chilean government has been revamping its lithium policy to allow more of the benefits to reach the nation. In 2023, the Chilean government announced a national lithium strategy. This involved creating a state-owned national lithium company to spearhead public-private partnerships, controlling a stake of over 50% in exchange for extended operation terms, resulting in a larger share for the Chilean people. None of this is news to the rest of the world, however. Eyes have been on Chile and its lithium for a long time now. and is often compared to oil in its importance in geopolitical resources. For example, China dominates the battery supply chain, processing 80% of the world's lithium and manufacturing 60% of the world's EV batteries, perhaps compensating for only having 7% of the world's lithium reserves. It matters little. China's got its hands in a lot of lithium pies. Recall SQM, Chile's top lithium producer. China owns 24% of it, while also having deals with Bolivia and Argentina, every country in the Lithium Triangle. The EU and US also seek to broker agreements within the Lithium Triangle to source supply for their respective energy strategies. The challenge then beckons to Chile to navigate this global interest without losing sovereignty over its resource, and maintaining state majority control over all this sweet, sweet lithium. Stepping away from the global spotlight for a moment, extracting lithium isn't an endeavor without its share of environmental consequences and challenges. Whilst lithium enables clean energy globally, its extraction can inflict serious environmental stress locally. The standard process to extract lithium from salt brines involves pumping out salty groundwater and evaporating it in huge ponds under the desert sun. This is water intensive. About 500,000 gallons of water are needed to produce 1 ton of lithium. Brine extraction of such a scale has caused the water table in parts of the Atacama to drop by approximately 30%, as well as threaten the local desert ecosystems, salt flat wetlands that are home to flamingos and other various wildlife, as well as altering the very landscape of the desert. The Atacama Desert is also home to various indigenous communities, including the Atacameño and Kala communities who have lived there for millennia. To these people, water isn't just an economic resource, it's the lifeblood of their culture and livelihood, something held sacred in their customs. As is common with resource extraction and land exploitation, the indigenous communities of these areas are often excluded from discussions regarding mining on their ancestral lands, and thus social tensions have arisen from the lithium boom over environmental impact and the consultation of the indigenous people. That national lithium strategy we mentioned earlier? Well, they've pledged an indigenous consultation process to give indigenous representatives an active role in managing lithium operations, but with a history of obfuscation, entanglements in court cases, attempted payouts, and protests. It remains to be seen how well the government can toe the line between economic advancement and cultural respect and preservation. On the bright side, at least, Chile has been actively exploring ways to make lithium mining more sustainable going forward. In this case, the traditional evaporation-based method of extraction wastes a lot of lithium and obviously uses a lot of water. Chile's government is looking towards alternative technological methods, namely direct lithium extraction, or DLE. One DLE approach involves pumping brine through a chemical process that absorbs lithium and then re-injects the brine back underground instead of evaporating it. This can potentially recover up to 99% of lithium in the brine, whilst greatly reducing water loss. Though not yet proven at a massive scale, DLE pilots in Chile are promising. If DLE is deployed widely with positive results, it could cut the water footprint of lithium mining dramatically. And while down under, we're doing a better job exporting lithium for now. Australia's hard rock mining method of lithium extraction produces 3 times the carbon footprint of Chile's brine-based lithium extraction. The efficiency of DLE could pave the way for a new standard of lithium extraction that cuts carbon footprints across the global board, if things go well. So where does that leave us? Well, one thing's for sure, it leaves Chile in a very good position geopolitically. And for the rest of us, in the interest of saving our planet by cutting emissions, it's a step in the right direction. Chile has the opportunity to power the world's shift to sustainable energy while uplifting its own people. Chile's lithium is not just a battery mineral, it is a catalyst for cooperation between humanity and nature. And handled wisely, it can charge our batteries without draining our planet. Of water, at least. So the next time you tune into the G20 summit, and all the world's leaders are locked in listening to the latest big developments in green energy, keep an eye on Chile. You might just catch them sitting at the big boy table. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let us know who you think might end up being a world superpower next. We hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, may all your phone's batteries last the whole day.